Hello, my name is Tess. I'm from Solhaven. I'm a certified holistic counsellor, a Touch for Health kinesiologist, an energy healer, and a facilitator for personal and spiritual growth courses. Today, I wanted to talk about the importance of self soothing and abandonment wound when we have an anxious attachment style in relationships. Every experience in life feels more intense with an abandonment wound. You may notice yourself being the more anxious one in your relationships, or you may notice that you attract partners or friends who are avoidant or could seem avoidant to you because if they take their space during a conflict or any time, it feels like abandonment for you. If you learn to self soothe when you feel triggered, it can help you come back to presence to your body when you are overwhelmed with emotion. Coming back to your body can also help you shift any anxious, avoidant, push pull patterns that may be going on in your intimate relationships and even your friendships. It can also help you overcome any addictions or numbing techniques that you may resort to when you're feeling upset. Things like binge eating, smoking cannabis, drinking alcohol, having sex, shopping, or even binging on Netflix or TV. These are some of the ways you might numb out. None of these things are bad, of course, but like anything, you can overdo it as a way of escaping. When you have an abandonment wound, you may perceive minor upsets as a more significant threat and struggle to maintain your center in the middle of conflict. Even if the threat isn't real, these experiences can feel terrifying and trigger a deep fear of abandonment and loss. You may feel like you need someone to save you from your big emotions. You might feel as though the walls are caving in on you and you overreact or make certain demands from a place of urgency or fear with someone. You might panic if your partner or friend needs space, and you might even assume the worst and think that conflict means that the friendship or relationship is over. You might feel an overwhelming urge to fix the problem, like right now, and become bitter and resentful if your partner or friend is not ready to do that with you. If you experience this, you need to know that you are not broken, nor are you crazy. You have an abandonment wound, an inner child that needs attending to. Who and what is your inner child? Your inner child is that little you, that innocent, vulnerable, and irrational little you that has feelings that don't make sense, that may have been unresolved, or may not always know how to express them. As an adult, it is now your role to tend to that little you, your inner child, and learn to self soothe in moments of heightened emotion from triggers or when you are feeling stressed or fear. Anxious and avoidant patterns in relationship usually look like the anxious person is completely overextending themselves, such as leaning in and applying pressure or making certain demands. And the avoidant person is usually underextending themselves, such as pushing away, shutting down, or not communicating. If you're the anxious one in the equation, you might think that it's the avoidant person who's causing those big emotions for you. But consider this: what if their avoidance behavior is a blessing to you? What if it's an invitation for you to slow down, be present with yourself in the middle of having all these big emotions, and learn how to feel your way through without externally grasping for someone to soothe you? As long as you are focused on the other person and what they need to do for you to be or feel okay, That anxious pattern cannot and won't shift. Patterns only break when you look at the situation with a different, fresh perspective and change not only your behaviour, but your internal dialogue about the problem. If you continue to believe that the problem is all outside of you, that pattern is going to continue to come up over and over again, even if you have secure people around you. Your responsibility as the anxious person in your relationship dynamics is to learn how to hold that sacred space for yourself and take the pressure off the other person. Even if your avoidant partner or friend did show up for you in the exact same way you wanted them to, you might feel better in that moment, but your wound will still be alive. Self soothing is about learning to calm your nervous system and be there for your inner child when you feel scared. In this reality, you're essentially mothering your inner child. You are nurturing that little one inside of you that needs attention and who wants to feel safe, to feel seen and to feel heard and loved. You can find people to fill that space for you, but it's only going to be temporarily because at the end of the day, there's nothing more healing than learning that you can hold space for yourself. In my course, Metaphysics, the journey of inner healing and self awareness, you will learn to self soothe and to take care of your inner child that needs your attention, not anybody else's. This will also create space for others who are avoidant to those anxious patterns of wanting to fix things, like right now. And in time, you will begin to see a shift in them rather than them shutting down. They may move closer towards you. If you want to come on this healing journey of metaphysics next year, click on the link below and join us online on Wednesday, the 20th of December at 7 p.m. or January the 8th, Monday at 7 p.m. for our information session. I will share the details of this course structure and how you will benefit from it and what will change for you for the better. I hope you can join us. Thank you and blessings.